Okay, Shane, could you tell us about any attacks by barracudas, things like that?
Well, they're very scary. I mean, even if they're not attacking you, well, they seldom attack humans. But as I said, by the time they get to be about this size, there's only 4 or 5 of them left, and they're like a motorcycle gang, and they hit a reef. And you have these amazing flashes of lightning, is all you can call it, because the silver fish striking in the water reflect the sun, and you get these flashes of sunlight. And if there's 5 of them and they're attacking, it's every second or so. It's flash, flash, flash. And what happens? All the fish around you panic. All the fish know exactly what that means. That means danger, 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 and they go nuts. They go in spirals. Suddenly these fish who've been minding their own business are crossing your vision. It's like a bomb went off. And I was with a lady diver, Marg, a friend of mine, and boy, if anybody tells you women aren't as brave as men, she beat me to death. She said, "Let's go down and see them." You know, she wanted to swim over there and watch this massacre by the motorcycle gang of Barracuda up close. But all I wanted to do was get out of the water. So uh, the really scariest time, that was not a happy time. I was really glad to get up on the dock afterwards, but I was in Martinique, went skin diving and actually spear fishing. And they take the spear fishermen around to the Atlantic coast where there's more game, if you wish. But the Atlantic coast is more dangerous. On the side where the club is, you have dolphins. They keep the sharks out. But on the Atlantic side, it's a very strange place. The sharks go into bays and overturn the fishermen's boats, so they say. It's really wild over there. So that's where they dropped us one day. And when you go spearfishing, the boatman just drops you. And everybody just swims off in various directions. Pretty soon you're a block or two away from the boat. And I found myself in a very strange area. Of sand, not very deep, probably 6 or 8 feet deep, and a lot of waves. So all the sand on the bottom was coming and mixing in with the water. You couldn't see a thing. So I was looking for a fish floating around the surface, and suddenly all the fish around me are going nuts. You know, spiral, every kind of loop you can imagine. And I thought, oh well, there's a cuda around, and I knew it, and put on the. You've always got the mask on, which really limits your vision, not very safe. So you turn your head slowly, and there he is. I mean, right there. They always come in. They're silver, you see. So they hide in the silver. That's why they're that silver color. There's always a direction in the water that's silver. You can't see him unless you really look carefully. So the first time you see the cuda, he's right next to you, and that's part of the shock factor. Oh, he's there, usually right behind your shoulder. And he's big. This guy had a mouth on him as big as two German shepherds, all right. And I got a good look at it because I swam towards him. I'd read a book by a famous expert diver saying if you see a big cuda, you mustn't swim away from him. That makes him feel you're his prey. You got to swim towards him and show him that you're not afraid of him. Well, I did. I got up my nerve, and I really couldn't see him very well either because it was so murky. I could just see his big head coming out of the sand, and I swam towards him. And as soon as I started moving towards him, he showed me his teeth like this. It was amazing. He went very, like, theatrically. He opened his mouth very slowly, and then like that, meaning back up. So I didn't even back up. I was probably paralyzed at that point, so he gave me another one, just like this, right? Whoa, whoa. And of course, then I backed up. So I stuck my head out to call for the boat. I thought it was maybe time to get in the boat. And when I looked back, he was gone. Now, in the books, they say there's 3 cases in which the barracuda bites, and that is murky water, if you shoot at him, or if you jump on him. And here I was in murky water. And I had my legs, arms, everything dangling down there where he could just take a slice off if he wanted to. So the boat was up, the boat was down, there was a lot of waves, I couldn't see him, I shouted. Finally, I heard the boat motor start. Next thing I knew, the boat was next to me. Now, talk about superhuman strength that you get from adrenaline, from fear. I came out of the water like a dolphin. I wish I had a movie of it, but I didn't think about how I was going to land in the boat, so I came down head first, almost broke my neck, and I was lying there on the bottom of the boat, and the big boatman, a guy named Andre with only about 4 teeth, big black fellow, wonderful man, leaned over me with a smile. I'm lying there with a broken head, pain in the neck, and terrified, glad to be back in the boat, and he leans over me and he says, "Barracuda!"